Hi, everybody. It's time for our week ahead spread for Monday, April 20th through Sunday, April 26th. And as usual, we have our three questions. What do we need to think about this week? What do we need to do this week? And what is the challenge that we face this week? As you can see, we've got our three cards up, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the World. So let's get this show on the road. Um, First up, we've got the Five of Pentacles. So this is what we need to think about this week. The Five of Pentacles reminds us that we all need assistance with resources or money, especially right now. There are a lot of really hurting people. So if you can provide assistance to someone, and maybe it's nothing more than just a run to the grocery store or picking up a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread for somebody. Um, the little things can mean all the world to someone who is really struggling, especially if they have small children at home. Older kids, they tend to understand times are hard and we got to cut back on stuff. But younger kids, they don't really comprehend what's going on. They just know that things aren't like they used to be, and now they're going to bed hungry at night, and maybe they can't go to the play dates with the other kids at the fun jumps or the skating rinks or the whatever it is kids do nowadays. Um, so we need to remember that if we can provide assistance and support with money or just doing things for people can mean the world for them. Um, it's also understanding that with the Five of Pentacles, uh, you this can represent people being in physical need or pain. Like I said, going hungry is one of them. Maybe a neighbor's kid falls down and hurts themselves really bad, and you just happen to have all the things at hand to cover up the bobo or, uh, take them to the doctor's office, things like that. Um, it's especially hard when you're in physical need or when you're in physical pain because you're not thinking clearly at that point. All you know is that something hurts, something's not right, and you want to get it taken care of. And with small children, they especially don't understand it. All they know is that, I feel bad, I feel sick, this is hurting me. Why can't mommy and daddy make this go away? Um, and so that's where having yourself available to help folks can really make a big difference. It also, on the flip side, don't be embarrassed to seek out the support that you may need. Maybe you're the one that's hurting really bad right now. Maybe you're the one that's not working or can't make their bills this month, for whatever reason. Um, you've got your SNAP benefits cut. So, what are you going to feed your kids this month? Believe me, the majority of people who are on benefits like that, they're not scammers. They're not out to take. Most of them would much rather have a job and decent childcare so that they can provide for themselves. Um, but when you get to the point where you're needing assistance, you need assistance, and it should be there available, and we should make sure that it's there available. Um, and so, because of the current administration, um, we've seen a lot of what's a nice way to put it? We've seen a lot of disservice to others, I guess I could say. That's if I go in any other route, it's going to get ugly, and I don't want to do that. Um, So, don't be afraid to seek out the support you need, whatever that may be. Maybe it's to help to pay a bill this month. Maybe it's, can you help me get groceries so I can feed my kids this week? Um, maybe do you have $10 I can borrow to put gas on my car so I can get to work this week? That kind of thing. So don't be afraid to offer help and assistance. And make sure you let the person know it's not a reciprocal thing. Just because I'm giving you gas money or taking you to the store or whatever, I don't expect anything back. And when that happens, divine source tends to bring that back to you full force, like times 10. So that's something to keep in mind, is just be aware that not only can it be yourself that's needing assistance, needing resources, that's in pain, that kind of thing. It could be your neighbor next door or down the street or somebody you work with. And that's important for us to kind of be aware of what's going on and not keep our heads stuck in the sand like an ostrich. That doesn't do you any good. So moving on, what do we need to do this week? That we've got the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is that symbolizes burden, being overburdened, being loaded down. It's also telling you that we're nearly finished with an arduous task. God, I hope so. It's also kind of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You when you can see a clear end in sight, this bill is going to be paid off on such and such a month, on such and such a date. Ooh, man, that really gives you that drive, that last minute drive to follow through with everything to get it taken care of. It's important that we help others around us see that light in their tunnel. Like I said, there's a lot of hurting people right now, and a lot of them just feel like they're trapped in the dark and they can't get out. And so even a flashlight beam can work wonders in a situation like that. It's not only directing someone to help them see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's also helping them find the strength to finish what they've started. A lot of times people, they're good-hearted. They're not trying to do it to make themselves look good. They're doing it simply because they know it's the right thing to do, and they're able to fulfill that need in the moment. So it's really important that we keep that kind of in the front of our mind, especially when we're going to a neighbor or strangers or something to assist and give them help. It can make a really, really big difference. Okay, last card in is the challenge. What is our challenge this month? For that, we got the world. Now, the world that symbolizes like completion, accomplishment, successfully completing a particular cycle so that you can begin the next one. It's also a reminder that as things are happening in this country over here, there are people around the world who are looking at us and looking really hard and wondering, what the hell is wrong with you people? It's everybody keeps deferring to the orange mambo tambo, and they're trying to trying to help him just kind of pass whatever he wants to pass to shut him up and be done with it. But that's not what's successful, and that's not going to help us. What's going to help us is completing those tasks, completing those cycles. If you're working a temp job, make sure you've got a definitive, this is what I'm working on, and you expect me to be through by such and such a day or such and such a week, and then stick to it so that you meet that deadline. And now, don't beat yourself up if you miss a deadline. I did it last night with the show. Like 15 minutes before showtime, and Judy's like buzzing me going, you got to send the link. And I'm like, I already sent the link. And then when I went and looked, actually, no, I didn't. I hadn't even set it up yet. It happens, okay? So none of us are infallible. And so when you get the world, you know that is symbolizing that the whole world is looking at us right now. They're looking at what's happening, what we're doing, and they're sitting around wondering, what the hell is wrong with these people? They probably use a little bit saucier language than that, but I'm going to try to keep this clean tonight. So it makes for a really interesting week, I think, coming up. We've got people wanting to work together and help their neighbors, help others around you that are in need, that are in greater need than you are. And on the opposite side of that, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need help, say something. That's all you got to do. And of course, to tie this all together, you're starting out with those 5 of Pentacles. Then you got that 10 of Wands that's telling me that you're trying to carry this burden by yourself. You are not designed to carry it by yourself. Delegate. I'm going to just be honest with you. Delegate, delegate, delegate. Find other people just as good as you are that can do similar things that you do, maybe even better than what you do, and turn them loose. Say, hey, we got to get X project done by 2 o'clock on Wednesday, and I'm swamped doing this other stuff. Can't you help? And then allow them to actually help. That's very important, and that's a challenge for us because as Americans, we've all bought into the fiction tale that man, me strong, I can do it all, right? That kind of nonsense. You have entire generations of men, which are older now, not exactly younger men, who grew up with that mindset that, I have to take care of my wife. I have to do this. I have to do that. She can't take care of herself. And it's like, yeah, no, that's not even right. And so it's important for us to, I got pop-ups all over the damn place. It's important for us to remember that some of the greatest things we can accomplish is when we help others. And when that happens, there's like this cascading event that just domino effect, boom, 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 everything falls right in line. So I think that's what Spirit is trying to challenge us on this week, is finishing up some old stuff so you can make room for the new stuff coming in, and then open yourself up to it for whatever it is that Spirit's going to do for us, and just be like, okay, my most benevolent good, I'll let you decide. This is what I want. I'm going to let you decide how you give it to me. So, that's another good thing. Oh, I'm getting leg cramps. So, I'm going to wrap this up because I got to go walk this off. Wow. And I guess the biggest takeaway I get from this is to be aware of the fact that there are a lot of hurting people right now. If there's anything that we can physically do to help somebody, step up and do it. And then the challenge we face is to know that a cycle has to end. It has to be completed before we can go on to the next one. And so we want to kind of be there, not just for ourselves, but for others to help lead them in that way. And that's basically it. That's what I got. I mean, it's not a bad week coming up. It feels like we got a lot of really weird energy that's building up this coming week. And I'm of the mind of, okay, what are we going to see happen now? Kind of how I'm feeling. So hang in there. Just know that you can do what you need to do, and you can take care of it, and everything's going to be fine. Wow. Man, my leg really cramping over here. All right, I'm going to have to cut this off because I'm going to have to go stretch this leg out. Whoa. All right, y'all have a great week, and we will talk again soon. Bye for now.